Hey everyone, I thought I would do a video of what I colored during the month of April. Usually I haven't been doing these videos obviously for quite a while, so I'm not very organized with it. Going forward I'm going to be much more organized again, using my coloring journal to log my pages and what mediums I used. But for right now I'm just kind of looked at my Instagram and went back and grabbed the stuff that I saw that I posted, and not a lot this month, not a lot. So some colorists can do like 30, 40 pages, some do 20 pages. A good month for me would be 10, I'll be honest with you. I'm just I just don't. I'm slow colorist, and that's the way it goes. But I have a couple things. The first things I'm going to show you is actually from my journal, my art journal, and I colored. Let me see. I didn't flag it. So where is it? Here we go. I colored this. This is actually from a coloring book. The skull with these flowers, not the butterflies or this rose, but the skull and the flowers. I colored from a tattoo, like a flash coloring book that Keitha got me for Christmas years ago. And I'm so glad I kept it because there's so much stuff in it now that I think will be perfect for my art journaling. But I colored the skull and the flowers, and then I glued them down on this. I took two coloring pages, or not coloring, two calendar pages for my planner from last year and tore them out and did the April showers bring me flowers. I just wrote that out on a paper and glued it on, and then I cut out some butterflies and glued them down, and then I did some like raindrops. This supposed to be raindrops that are blood, obviously, and I put that in. So I did color the skull and the flowers from a coloring book and cut them out. And then I have something else. Did I color something else? I don't remember. I did color. This wasn't in April though. I colored this alien. This alien here, I colored him. I actually drew him though, but so I colored him, but I drew him myself, and I was looking for something funny to do for Keith, like a page for him, and we had this picture of him from Spirit Halloween. So I just did a quick little one. So I drew this alien and colored him and cut him out and glued on there. So those were from my art journals. I have a lot, not a lot, but I have quite a bit of coloring stuff, like where I color a Deborah Muller image or something else, and then I use it in the art journaling. So if you want to see any more of that, just let me know, and I'm happy to show that to you guys. All right, and then actual coloring pages. There are two in here. I'll show you the one from March also because I don't think I've showed this. This is the Glam Noir coloring book by Karla Magana, and we, in the Karla Magana coloring group, we are, this is a project book. We're doing buddy colors every month to complete the book, but we've only got two so far. We started it in March, and so this was the one I did for March, and then this one I just did for April. I wasn't crazy about her at first, but the more I look at her, the more I like her. Definitely. I use a stencil on the background for the leopard print, and alcohol marker, gel pen, and then my green distress inks that I used with these weren't very bright, so I put in like a lime green alcohol marker to make that. It's so funny because I look at my color palettes for my Karla Maganas, and they're so similar. Like I use these warm tones. I use oranges a lot, greens, yellow. I don't know why, that's just what I'm drawn to. So, and then I did cut out a book, passage, little sentence or two from a book and put it on there because I thought it seemed appropriate. So those were the two I had in Glam Noir from Karla Magana. And then also, I think this was done in March also, the page from Rose Window's coloring book that I did when I did the color and chat about the Bold and Easy books. I did finish that. I finished it off camera. So that's how that one turned out. I really like the color palettes there too. It's very 70s to me. It totally reminds me of somebody's poncho or homemade sweater that their grandma would have given them in the 70s. But that's my thing. I love those warm tones. I love them. They're just mustard yellow, grungy orange, grungy green. I'm totally all about that. It makes me happy. So that is from Rose Windows by Creative Haven. And then I've got a couple Deborah Mullers, of course. This is from her mini book called Bloomies. She has that on her Etsy store. It is the cutest little book of like little plants, like flowers or vegetables or fruits, and they have human characteristics, and I just think that's so cute. I actually have a plan to print off the entire book and do an art journal, like a witch's garden thing. I think that would be super fun. I have a lot of plans. Some of them happen, some of them don't. Some of them might take me 5 years. but yeah, I just thought that was really cute, and I used polychromos for that. Really, really cute, and that's available on her Etsy store. I can link that for you guys. And then the last thing I have is in the Women of the Bible coloring book here. I did the Salome page, and it looks like this. It's not exactly what I had planned, but that's okay. It's okay. So I used my Color Premium Colored Pencils, the 240 set for this one, and some gel pens, and then some acrylic paint. And that's it. I use an acrylic paint pen for the background. It's a little bit streaky. I was a little unhappy with that. It was the Artex, but it could be me too. Maybe my application method wasn't correct or something. And then I used the Sioux Color gel pens that I showed recently in my budget supplies video. I used those, and then just some acrylic paint. But all in all, she turned out well, and I enjoyed coloring this. I enjoyed using only pencils on her because it took me longer, and I really, even though this is kind of a short passage, short section of the Bible, the story of Salome dancing for the king and asking for John the Baptist's head on a platter. You know, it's a huge thing, even though it's a short chapter, short section of the Bible. It's a huge catalyst for things that are to come in Jesus' ministry and his life and his purpose. And so I really wanted to be mindful of that and think about it a lot, and all the repercussions that came about because of John being assassinated. And I'm using this book as like a Bible study tool for myself, and so I wrote down the the verses that this is found in, and I don't know, I really found it therapeutic for me, and also mindful, just of things. Anyways, I'm not trying to preach to you guys, but so this was my Salome from Women of the Bible. And I think next I'm toying with Joanna. I don't know. Do I want Joanna? Here's Joanna. I really like Joanna's story. I like who Joanna is. This isn't necessarily my favorite of all the pictures in the book, although it's very pretty, but I really feel connected with Joanna, actually. And then also, what's the other one? I don't know which one I'm going to do next. But this book, I do intend The Samaritan Woman at the Well. Very connected to her. Also, very, very connected to her. And so, I don't know. One of those two will be my next one, but, we'll see. So those are my colored images. I'm actually starting a new cover for a Deborah Muller book today. So, and I did color the Sweet and Sassy, which that was in March though, I think, or was it in April? I don't know. I guess I should have brought it up, but if I don't show it, since I didn't show it in this video, I can always show it next one. But yeah, so these are the images that I colored from April and a few in March. Not a lot, but hopefully going forward I'll be doing more and more. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you're interested in seeing my art journal pages too, like my completed ones. Sometimes they have coloring pages in them, sometimes they don't. It just depends on what I'm feeling like at the time. So I'll link all the books that you see in the description section below so you can check them out. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Question or comment below. And also I will be continuing on with my pencil collection series. I plan on doing that. Will probably be part 2 of that will be my next coloring video that I film. So just so you know, I'm going to continue on with that. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.